Hello, everyone, and welcome to it. Oh no, it's not a cup dropping it from PCM. This is an exclusive training video. Um, so three people have volunteered. This is for Shade, Nunzi, and Unique. Going to kind of just show you the basics of the eligibility doc, kind of what to do, what to look for, how it's going to work. So since there's three of you that volunteered, and then there's myself, I figure with 32 teams, we could each just take two groups. Um, so I was thinking um, I could take A. Doesn't really matter if you guys are already working on we can figure out the groups. We'll figure out the groups. If you're already working on a certain group for signings, it would make sense, I guess, for you to also do that one, and then I'll just kind of fill in where needed. But I think everyone just take two groups and just kind of focus on those. The idea would be if you can at least once a day throughout this whole week, just go in, check your teams. If there's anybody's been added, go ahead and update them here on the doc. Um, so what I do, just very basically, want to say, let's say I have Group A and I do want to update the teams. I just click on the team, very easy, and then I'm going to click on anybody who hasn't been added here, and I'm going to see who they played for this season. Now, I just went through obviously and updated everybody, um, but let's see. Let's say we're here at Brazil, um, and let's say we hadn't updated Menin. So come over here to Menin, and you can see he's played for Leverkusen and Napoli this season. Um, Obviously, so it's the two teams. If you've only played for one team, that's your one team. If you played for two teams, you do both. If you played for three, let me try to find a good example of that. Um, then you need to do the two teams that played most for. I don't know if I have an example right now, but I think that's been explained clear enough. If you have any questions about it, just let us know. But basically, if they have three teams, you look at the games played. Cup games do count for that eligibility. So let's say I think there was actually one player updated who had six played for one and then five for two different teams, but one of the teams he had five for. He played also a cup game, so that basically meant six for that and then six for the one. So those are the two that counted. Actually, I think it was USA. And no, it wasn't. I don't know, but I did one like that today, so that's how that works. Um, Coming on here, so basically, once you get the player, um, just type out their gamer tag. Try to do it exactly if you can, just so First of all, it's the players do look at this, and it's for the managers, and it's just like the rosters. It's the level of respect we want to put the full gamer tags in. Also, when there are names that are similar, like a Logan and there's like a Logan XX, there's the three Lazzos. We want to make sure that we're making sure the right people are on the right rosters. So basic thing when you want to put somebody on, just type out their name and try to keep the formatting like I have it. Just so we're not all doing different stuff. So don't do like in parentheses. Try not to do like shorthand for the teams or a different like I do kind of the shorthand. You can see racing, um, Wolves, Spurs. So just kind of if you see a team on the list, you don't have to type out Bayer Leverkusen. I just do Bayer for that. Um, you can see here like Miami for Inter Miami, Sociedad. So just try to follow along with how it's already been started. And just the idea here, make it easy for players, managers, admins to know what teams have what players and who those people qualify for. So as you add players, I like to the order you do at first doesn't really matter, but whenever you get teammates, you want to put them together. So as you go through, you can see here I've got like Lazio, I got the two Toronto guys. See here I got the Betis guys, and then Atlanta slash Chelsea, three Madrids, two Ajaxes, and then you'll have situations. Let's see if we can get one like this, where you have um, so this guy's an Ajax, this guy's an Ajax, this guy's a Chelsea and Ajax. We've got three more Chelseas. So instead of having this guy like having these two Ajax players down here separated, just try to reorder it if you can so that the players are still next to each other. Um, and once you get up to three or once you get to four players from one team, um, outside the manager. So the managers, I just did italics. I put their most recent team. Just do not worry about the managers. It does not matter what team they're on. It's just four from any other team. So once you get to four, you want to highlight those 4 players. I use this color right here. I don't know if yours looks exactly the same, but that's the color I use. So you just do that, highlight, you do this. And then at the bottom, what I like to do to make it even more clear is you just make a little note. So whenever you get to the max of 4, just say no more, whatever that team is. If there's 3, um, say one more of whatever that team is. You can see here there's 2 teams, Leicester and Betis. There's 3 from each. So I did one more Leicester and Betis. I don't worry about if there's 2. Um, that's just really unnecessary. If we did every single team that was 2, that would really go on for crazy. But I just like the you can see how it looks. Basically put a space between the last player, bold it. Just that way, it's very easy. As long as we're consistent, this will be really easy to keep up with this week. Um, Now, there's some interesting things that can happen. Let's say that Snow World over here had signed a 5th Bayern player, and we didn't notice it when we updated the team. So let's say I did this, and let's say it was me. Let's say Dorsey, um, Bayern. Now we're up to 5 players. And as long as we're still before the deadline, it's not the end of the world if 5 guys are on the roster in League Republic, because all you have to do at that point is just highlight all 5 now, do red, and then you would say, instead of no more Bayern, it would be, one too many Bayern. So it seems like you guys are doing a really good job on the whole of kind of tracking this on the front end, but just in case somebody does get added, you don't need to go and yell at the manager or the admin who updated it. Just put the red for there, and then notify the manager, later that day if you can, and say, hey, so you got 5 guys from this team. I'm not sure if you posted a release yet or something, but you need to make sure you do that. So that's what you do if they're 5. Um, Go ahead and undo that. Now, where it can get really tricky is if you have like this situation over here with the 3 Ajax and 4 Chelsea, but there's also this like crossover player. So let's say there was one more just straight up Ajax player, um, and he signed. Oh God, let's not do that. Let's just so you would copy. So what I would do here, let's say it was just an Ajax player. I would just copy the existing list here. Do that. That way you can keep everything down here. Um, you can do that, or you can come up here, and now you have a clear spot. And again, let's say it's me and it's Ajax. Let's see, unbold that. But now we've got 4 Ajax as well as 4 Chelsea. But this one player is actually like the kind of the middleman. Um, so you have access to the previous internationals, so you can see how if you just want extra reference for how a full list will look, you can see that this is kind of how it'll look. A lot of teams will end up with the 4 from each team. Some teams won't. But what I do when there's a crossover, whether it's one player or 2, it could be all 4, is I just kind of go with this brown color and I put it just right in the middle. So you have the New York City guys and you have the Man City guys, and then you got the 2 who are both. And then here you got the 3 Atlanta guys, the 3 Man City guys, and you got the one who is both. So what we would want to do here for England, if I was signing and I was an Ajax player, is we would go ahead and make all these the orange, but then Carlos is going to be our pivot point. So he's going to get that brown color. So now, and this is the importance of just making sure you put all the players together. That way it's easier to track. When you get close to the limit. But this is how you would, do it. Let's, if you have a crossover player in that circumstance. So that's pretty much the majority of things I think that you would run into. Again, if you just have any questions, like it took me a while to kind of build this out and kind of figure out to do the coloring system and then what to do with the crossovers. I think it worked. The system works pretty good. This may be the last time we ever have to do this. Theoretically, the new website could allow us to do something like this, so it's not the kind of thing I don't think we need to revolutionize. But um, yeah, I think hopefully this makes sense how to do it. And so, like I said, we'll just I'm gonna go look as soon as I finish this. I'm gonna see what groups you guys are assigned to for signings, and try to split up your assignments for this based on that. And the basic idea is just at least just once a day, throughout this week if you can. If you just get like 10, 15 minutes, just go in, go through your 8 teams, just click on the rosters real quick and just compare. And once you've been doing that throughout the first time, you may have to kind of read through and make sure it all matches up. But if you're doing this every day and you're looking at each roster, you'll notice when there's new players. Obviously, you can also go to the forum and see if an admin is updated. For me, it's just kind of easier to just go here on Wooden League Republic, click on the teams, and see the names. Um, and yeah, so as long as we keep this updated, I think we should be good to go. If any managers have questions about this, which they inevitably will, they'll say, "Hey, this guy only played one game for that team," or like, "I thought like you only counted for the team you played most for." Like, just answer them, help them out. Most guys are pretty understanding. Just the key is as long as we stay on top of it, we do this in time. So that we're not waiting till Friday night to tell a manager, "Oh, you have 6 guys from that team." We should be fine. The managers will be able to adapt if they sign too many from one team. Um, so again, hopefully that made sense. If you have any questions, just hit me up. Um, Probably by the time you see this video, I'll have already gone and done the assignment. So yeah, you won't have to worry about me rambling about this. But yeah, tried to wrap this one up as quickly as I can. If you're still listening, it's I'm really just extremely rambling. If you've ever seen a training video I do, this is kind of what happens. The last minute or so is I just kind of talk to myself. Um, I'm really hungry right now. I got some food in the oven. Just got done with some yard work. Took a shower, so I'm feeling pretty good. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully you had a good weekend, and appreciate the help. If you're still listening again, you're insane. Code word to own PCN is bubble. So shoot me a bubble, and you will officially replace me and Ricky. And yeah, good deal.